Welcome to the day 2 of the architecture visualization in Unreal Engine 5 series. Yesterday we set up our first project and got comfortable inside Unreal. Today we are taking the next big step, getting your 3ds Max scene into Unreal the right way. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to export your scene from 3ds Max using the Datasmith plugin and make sure everything from geometry to lighting looks perfect for high quality Lumen rendering. I will walk you through each step so you can avoid the common export mistakes that ruin materials and lighting quality. So open up your 3ds Max project and let's bring it to life inside Unreal Engine. Now you guys can see I opened this 3ds Max scene that has been created and it is using the Corona render engine. Let's start with our scene building first. So when you are exporting for Unreal Engine, you need to make sure that certain things are done right way. Now this is my approach that I like. What I do, I export the walls separately, the curtains separately, the windows separately, the ceiling separately, and then I export the furniture separately. And this is working really good for me for the client's project. So I'm going to show you the same method here. So let's start now. I'm going to delete all the cameras here from the outliner. So just make sure that you open your outliner here, your scene explorer, and just make sure that you are seeing only lights and cameras here because we are going to delete that from our scene. Let's just let's just select all of them and let's just click on delete here. And let's just also delete the additional objects that are here. So let's just again turn on all the stuff and here as well. Let's just zoom in here. You can see we have certain stuff that are not going to be used here. So let's just right click and unfreeze all. Let's just select and delete here as well. Now I have certain options here that you can use. So let's just delete this as well because I'm not going to use that as well. And now let's just start with our exporting of the scene. So I'm going to also delete this CAD plan here. And as you guys can see, this is the living room that we are going to work with. And you can see, let's just start with our walls first. So let's just click here on our wall. Let's just press the F4 key so we can see the segments as well. Let's just press the W key and now you can see the wall is really a whole object. But in order to work with Lumen, you need to make sure that you export your walls into the parts so you get the perfect light bounce, because Lumen is really bad when it comes to whole geometry, because Lumen is a cheap global illumination method. But if you are going for part tracing, you can export it as a whole mesh, but I'm going to use it for Lumen and part tracing both. So let's just press the Alt Q key so it will going to isolate the mesh. Let's just go to our edit poly. So let's just right click and convert this to editable poly here. Let's just press the 4 key so we can select the walls here. Let's just start with this wall first. Let's just select this wall and you can see here this wall is selected. You can just hold Alt key and deselect the rest part, but I'm going to keep it here, something like this. Doesn't matter guys, you can have lots of objects or really low objects, it depends on to you. So I'm going to take this here, this whole wall, and let's just detach this out. So let's just click on detach here. Now this is detached. Now let's just move here as well. Let's just click here and you can see we have this here. So let's just add this part as well. And let's just click on detach. I don't want big chunks here because I'm using Lumen. And let's just press the Alt W key so we are into this view only. And let's just select this, something like this. Let's just click on detach. You can have one objects, but I am not going to do it because this is just for the video purpose, but you can really work on that as well. Let's just do this and let's just click on detach here. You can see this is left, so let's just click this as well and let's just now click on detach. I'm going basically undo and redo again and again just to have my stuff here. You can see this is the wall here which we are talking about, and let's just click on detach again, and this is going to be the last piece here. So if I click here, you can see this is the last piece that we are talking. Okay, so you can see we have exported it now, and let's just export this out. But before doing that, I'm going to select this and name this selection to walls here. Let's just go out of our isolation mode. And let's just select this as well, because this is also a part of our wall, and this as well. And I'm going to also select the ceiling, or you can take it differently as per your requirement. Okay, so let's just click this. Let's just go to selection and let's just name it to walls final. This is ready for export. Just click on the Datasmith. Now, if you haven't installed Datasmith, I have showed you how you can install it in the last video. So just prefer to that. Just go to Datasmith, go to file export and export selected. Now, if you are working on animations, then you can have the frame range, but I am only having the current frame only because I'm exporting only one frame. But if you have an animation here, you can use the active time segment. So let's just click on export selected. Let's just go to my folder here and let's just name this to our walls, and let's just click on save. I am saving it into my Datasmith folder which I have created. So let's just click on save. I'm going to delete this because it's not of my use here, and let's just name this to walls, and it is going to take some time. This is done. And now how I work by basically hiding the stuff that I have already exported. And now you can see we have this. So what we want our ceiling as well. I don't know where is my ceiling here because I'm not finding it. So let's just right click and unhide all, unhide all, and let's just see here. Yeah, I have the ceiling here. So you can see we have the ceiling, and let's just have the wall selection, walls final, and you can see here it is here. And let's just click and hide selection, and now you can see we have the ceiling here. So let's just export the ceiling and the base floor by selecting all three of them here, and you can see we have this selected. Let's just export this out. So let's just go to file export, export selected, and let's just go to our folder again, and let's just name this to ceiling underscore what we have the second mesh here, floor, and let's just click on save. Now this is done. Let's just hide this as well. So let's just go to hide selection. Now, as I told you, I prefer to do the windows separately as well. So you can see here we have this window here as well. Okay, so let's just select this window and let's just select this window as well. So now you can see we have this window selected here. Let's just go to also let's just let's just create the selection sets as well. So if I want to do certain changes in the future, I can definitely do it. And I would prefer you guys also work the same way if you want to work efficiently. So let's just go to file, export selected. Let's just select the folder again and let's just name it to Windows. Now this is done. Let's just hide the selection again. And now you can see we have all the things here. I'm also going to export all the stuff out within one mesh only. So what I mean by that, I'm going to export all this stuff out as the furniture. Or if you want, you can do one thing as well. You can just deselect the plants and do the shading again if you want. But I'm going to export it and replace with the plants from the Megascan, the roses and all that stuff. So let's just select all of this here. Just make sure that you have all the groups done the correct way. Let's just select all of them. Now let's just go to the selection set and let's just name this to furniture. And now we are ready to export this as well. So let's just go to file, export selected, select the folder here, and let's just name this to furniture. Now there are certain methods that many people use, like they create certain FBX and do the texturing and shading again. We are also going to do the same thing in Unreal Engine, but I want certain materials to have the materials that are from the Corona, so I don't need to recreate them again. Like the books material is there, like the frames material are there. I don't want to recreate them again and again. Okay, so let's just click on the furniture and let's just click on save. Now this is my method. Your method could be totally different, or any other who is working in this industry, his method would be different, her method would be different. But this is my method and I'm going to teach you that only. Okay, and let's just see here. Let's just press the F4 key. You can see we don't have any material on this books right now. So we are going to import the materials from the, I think from the, let's just import some books from Corona chaos library, you can do that as well. But I am not going to cover this camera angle. I'm just going to cover certain camera angles only. So this is not going to be an issue here. I'm going to cover this angle. And let's just see why we are getting this double mesh here. Yeah, it's just a viewport problem. So now we are ready to move to Unreal Engine. So let's just select our furniture set here. Let's just right click and hide selection, and now you can see nothing is selected here. So yeah, we are ready to go. There is one thing only, I don't know what that thing is. So let's just press the Z key so we can see. Yeah, it's nothing. So now we are ready to import all the Datasmith file that we have exported from 3ds Max into Unreal Engine, and I'm going to teach you that in the next video. So I hope you guys learned something new, how you can export mesh from 3ds Max to Unreal Engine in the Datasmith file. I will see you in the day 3 where we are going to import our meshes into Unreal Engine with the help of Datasmith plugin again, and do some basic lighting and shading, just some basic. And then I'm going to teach you how you can create materials, how you can do the lighting, how you can work with the sequencer. It is going to be like 10 to 12 videos depending how much time it is going to take. So I will see you next time. Till then, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it, and share it with your friends who wants to learn Unreal Engine for architecture. Also, let me know in the comments if you are liking this series or not. I will see you next time. Till then, bye bye guys, take care.